to money, you're gonna feel different.
Straight up.
You might even, all that other advice I could have gave you, this the short version. You know, get you a couple dollars, man. You're gonna feel different.
That hustle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
What the hell is going on, y'all? What the heck? This really, definitely needs to be looked into, bro. Something just ain't right. You mean to tell me from the Main Street case, the Feds, hold on, honey, name is all in that. Oh, yeah, I ain't talked to that whack dude in a minute. Mark Stevenson's confirmed. You know, he wanted to deny the CS2 back. We ain't got to deal with that. I ain't heard from that whack dude in a minute. Name is all in the Main Street. The no jumper shit, he's uncharged in that. Bruce Cannon and them is charged, the IBM niggas. Then you can move on down, his name all in the Big U shit. No charges. Then his name popped up as well in the Keith D shit. No charges. Now it's in the little Dirk shit with no charges. This is getting extremely ridiculous, if I might say so myself. We've never seen nothing like this. A dude hop out on the internet like he's anti-snitching, then turn around, attach himself to everything snitching that's moving as if it's cool, and then fall under so much suspicion of having his own situations. It's crazy. This dude is an anomaly. And then, on top of all that, he's so infatuated with wanting to be viewed a certain way in regards to street and jail. He'll tell lies like this.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
Shout out to Scandalous Los Angeles. He breaking down his latest case that Hold On 100 and got himself caught up in running his mouth. He talked too much. Just think, he told the world that he called Big U wife and tried to give him a heads up to run from the Fed. No choice. The Fed said, hey, we need some wiretaps. We don't want to do no more interviews because this dude did an interview with our Texas department and put the interview on the internet. No, why? Man, all right. Y'all, this dude is crazy. Anybody, this dude is all bad. E-double.
Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV, where we expose the exposers. Well, here we go again. Wack100 and Tekashi69 have just popped up right in the middle of Lil Durk's federal paperwork. We all know Durk is fighting that massive murder-for-hire case right now. And once again, the internet antics are coming back to haunt people in a real-life courtroom. But this time, it's not about anybody taking the stand and snitching.
I just wonder how Hold On 100 end up speaking on so many people, so many places when he feels like this.
Gotta do my Googles.
So this what I understand. How does a non-Pacoima guy knows what a guy from Pacoima does in Pacoima?
How easily he contradicts himself every time he talks is crazy.
It's about the fact that the feds are watching everything they do online. Prosecutors are literally trying to use an old podcast clip of 6ix9ine screaming at Durk, with Wack100 sitting right there next to him. This just shows you, even if these guys aren't actively telling on somebody, the authorities are taking notes. Their words, interviews, and live streams, they are all being used as ammunition. Here is exactly how an internet shouting match just became federal evidence. Let's get into it.
So academics posted this up.
The feds want to, this is about the Dirk trial. The feds want to introduce an interview on DJ Academic's Off the Record podcast where 6ix9ine and Wack100, where they attacked Dirk for not sliding for Vaughn. According to the government, they have a snitch who will testify that Dirk saw this interview and it made him upset that it was being discussed that there was no sliding being done. Dirk's lawyers have contested the video being included, claiming that it isn't relevant. Now, this video would just be two random people talking shit if it wasn't for the fact that they apparently have this snitch that will claim that Dirk was offended by this snitch because apparently his homies weren't putting enough work in. And there's like another quote where I guess Dirk said that basically like it pissed him off that Quando Rondo and his boys, after they killed King Von, were seemingly moving around like they didn't have anything to worry about. It pissed him off that Dirk's team did not instill enough fear in them. So, okay, before we get into it though, let's just watch this clip of Wack and 6ix9ine. I do recall this clip, and you know, the crazy part about it is that like obviously 6ix9ine's mission was to get into Dirk's head and make him crash out. And I think that like 6ix9ine thought that
How they sit up with this cracker and just enjoy him discussing all these black boys destroying their life. And he's just so enticed and intrigued and excited about the concept.
Dirk would crash out on the internet, like get on his story and basically like say "F you 6ix9ine," and instead apparently it angered him enough that he felt like he needed to initiate some spinning.
They know the exact same. I'm not bringing this off topic. Let me just get this on my chest. They know the exact nigga that put 10 bullets in.
Oh no, honey, no. From what he pushed all these years, ain't no federal informant supposed to be able to be in your presence demanding all this motherfucking respect. Only a weenie will let him get away with some bullshit. Sorry, double. He should be getting spat upon right now.
King Von, and he died there by himself. Why nobody slid for that? I don't see you on Instagram saying, yo,
First of all,
go
I'm
slide for that, man.
Listen.
Y'all know what y'all saying? Yo, y'all want this nigga to crash
I'm gonna
out.
be real with
Y'all
you.
want, no.
Hold on.
That's,
Hold on.
you know what I'm saying?
Wait, hold
if
on.
I didn't go hit
Hold
the
on.
nigga that kidnapped me,
Hold on.
why this nigga not shooting
Let
the
me
nigga
be
that
real
killed
with
King Von, nigga?
Let me be real with
And you see why.
I don't see you on Instagram and say, yo, Dirk, go slide for me.
I discovered King Von.
No,
when
I don't want
King
to talk about
Von
King
died.
Von.
So
Why
I don't
is Dirk
know.
not sliding
don't know
on
politics.
Yeah, but that's what's funny is that okay. Shout out to Wack, but they're talking about something where clearly 6ix9ine has like encyclopedic knowledge of King Von and Dirk and everything, and Wack interrupts him to let him know that he didn't know about King Von until he died. This is a bad podcasting example.
That's off the subject, deuce. That is not what we're concerned with here. You get distracted about this podcast.
Example in which you shut down somebody being an expert on the topic to let them know that you are ignorant to this topic. It drives me crazy.
And you believe he ignorant to the topic?
I believe that he didn't know who King Von was till he died, just because he probably wasn't really tapped in.
Then how is he a part of hip hop culture in any capacity? But he knows who 6ix9ine is, but not King Von, who is like a significantly more respected MC.
6ix9ine was way bigger. You're in.
6ix9ine was a snitch. King Von was a killer. That lets you know birds of a feather. You diggerlize, hold on, honey, don't know nothing about nothing real. Oh, my mama, he only know about what's big in the industry and goofy.
Saying.
Yeah, 6ix9ine might have been the bigger mainstream artist at the time. But Adam, you just said out of your own mouth that 6ix9ine practically had an encyclopedia on King Von. So even with 6ix9ine being this massive rapper, he clearly knew everything about Von. And if you think for 1 second that Wack didn't know who he was, you have got to be dumb. We are talking about a guy who makes it his business to know exactly what everybody is doing, from every race, every genre, every street tie. Man, there was just an Armenian dude on the internet the other day talking about something Wack did.
Wack100 came into my comments and said I'm lying about an audio.
They scrap. Please sheet 93 TV. Oh, mom, look up. I know about this scenario.
That he has on Clubhouse, in which it led to some arrests in my community. I'm gonna play the clip in a minute, but
Oh, see, that's a development. When I was fucking with Cub, that hadn't been no arrest. Damn, I know he don't. I don't. That's another story. That's crazy. That's the reason why I don't even be.
this is what he said. This guy is a liar. There's a Rolls Royce that was not returned to the Armenian people, and that raised an issue. Nobody said what company or city, so whoever got raided is their business. They can't keep up with me, so they make up lies, fake lies. Where's the work? Where's the work? The work is online. Where's the work? It's the new modern way of snitching, online. I'm gonna play the clip that you're saying that I'm lying about so I can refresh your memory, and then we're gonna get back to it.
Wait. Pop Smoke had that street. That's him thinking he playing, not understanding his junk. He thinking, because niggas ain't niggas, you can play with them. Right. That's like he didn't understand his jungle. He playing with them boys over there in Glendale, not understanding you don't play with them boys over there. Nigga, you can't take something from them Armenians and Persians and don't think you ain't gonna get touched. Oh, nigga. I told you. Yeah, you cannot.
You talking about when that
Yeah. Let it go. Look, bro, we ain't gotta let that go in what it is, right? So listen, when they called me, like he opened his mouth. When they called me, right? I'm on tour in Europe. They say, yo, Wack, we putting them at a Airbnb, my crib in Hollywood Hills. I say, yo, that's the ghetto. Put that nigga at the W on the 18th floor. Don't put him in that spot. They do it anyway, right? 10 hours later, my man called me. He said, Wack, the nigga done ordered like 15. That means 50 niggas know where he at, right? I called in. I say, yo, y'all better move the youngsters up out of there because he got some issues with some people, right? He don't know. He young. He a New York nigga, ain't even moved around. He thinking the people he playing with ain't them type of people.
And he's
Blueface. Look, Blueface calls me, right? This is why Corey King go crazy on me, right? He calls me, Pop Smoke want me to come by the studio.
Anybody conversation had this many names in it, street names, just dropping them. You already know, bro. A recorded conversation.
Yo, negative. You don't want me, don't do what dude right now. Stay the away from me. Him and the baby was shooting a video, right? Go your ass home.
Another name. He just a name dropper.
He like, you show? Hey, nephew, go home. He wake up in the morning. He's like, what's happening? I watched this. The 911 call come from New York about Beverly Hills. About Beverly Hills. Watch this. 4 men come in.
So he had the heads up on the Lil Pop murder. He knew that was finna go down. That's basically, essentially what he's saying, y'all.
Don't nobody get blazed but one nigga. Mm-hmm. There's no forced entry. There's no kick though. Right? Right. So, end of the day, it's like a West Coast nigga going to New York and violating them niggas that run around with them long sideburns. Right. That's you don't, bro. They gonna play with you a little different. Right?
And the little nigga that killed I heard the little nigga that shot him was a super young nigga. Like he was a young.
No, bro. That was his business. That wasn't personal. He stole a Rolls Royce from the APs, bro. You don't them niggas over there, bro. Right. Armenian power, nigga. That's like Mexican mafia, nigga.
Yeah, they got their mafia. They got their own mob. Yeah.
They're not playing just because they wear slacks and loafers and drive Audis and over here in Glen.
Got money.
Nigga, them niggas, they gonna reach down to the niggas and it's gonna circulate. By the time it got to where it got to, it's 4 little kids, bro, on the move. They didn't know why they was on the move. All they do is crash dummies. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, they. Yeah, so you know, but again, that's these young niggas thinking we don't need no old niggas around us. What you just talking about?
Right.
That's what that is, bro. He would have had some sense around him. And yo, bro, run them people back their car. Yeah, get them niggas back their car. Back their car. The nigga you with it from. That's shit like.
This nigga's on a recorded call, putting a whole scenario together. We know how the feds pay attention to everything he say, explaining, detailing the motive behind why these group of people allegedly killed somebody. This is crazy.
That's my the nigga you renting it from.
Later, man.
Yeah, bro. Like, I look up.
What it is that you got them niggas coming through. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, the Lamar Manny niggas seeing a rapper nigga, you know what I'm saying? They being nice. These little young hood dumb niggas is like, they think they getting off. Meanwhile, the main nigga just doing right.
Yeah, he trying to get no bone.
You know what I'm saying? But nigga want to get
all they did was rented the nigga to
saying that's some dumb young dummy.
You can't take a nigga car and ship his car and tell him, hey, what are you talking about right now?
Man,
like,
ain't doing
them niggas ain't calling the police. That's the fact.
Right.
You know, I've been dealing with them niggas for many moons, so.
First of everything, I don't need to lie. I don't make money here on YouTube. I don't want the clout. I make more money than you, Adam, combined together.
I'm not no pocket watcher. I know Vladimir. I know this guy. I know Ho No 100. Ho No 100. Vladimir's pretty vocal about their financial status. This guy was my business partner for over a year and some change. I can't confirm. He ain't lying. Oh, my mama.
Let's get that out the way. Second, the person who owned the Rolls Royce was Russian, Ara. He was not Armenian, and he made a police report himself, stating that his vehicle was stolen. He was a snitch, the guy you're talking about.
Wack's network is everywhere. Again, you would be an absolute fool to think he didn't know who King Von was.
Yeah, he's bigger, but like
the whole case stuff and the rat and.
But it's like to be a part of hip hop and not know who King Von is even more insane.
If Adam say he believed that he didn't know who King Von was.
I mean, there's probably so many other rappers that are like roughly on King Von's
but like they was
level that I know.
Robin, they had the case going on. You know about all the other cases. Remember they bust on.
Well, that is a good point. Yeah. Although I would say like Wack's probably like deeper into his like clubhouse, looking up everybody's paperwork now. So maybe like he would probably know now. Let's just finish this clip.
Why is this nigga not sliding on niggas?
How you know what they doing? Just because it ain't publicized on social media, how you know? How you know?
If we didn't have this conversation, how you know I pull me out?
All right, so I'm here outside the courthouse. I just saw Lil Durk's last hearing, and there was a lot of really big information that just came out. Now, I'm going to do a bunch of breakdowns of all the information, but I'm going to hit you with the craziest piece of information that came up first. I could not believe it. They brought up Wack100 and 6ix9ine in Durk's hearing. Now, this is insane. So they were basically arguing over a certain exhibit and like whether or not it should be allowed to be used. And they pretty much said that there was a podcast clip of the 6ix9ine and Wack100 interview that they basically wanted to use. The defense for Durk was fighting for it not to be included, and this is what's crazy. Now look, before I get attacked, before I get in any trouble, okay, I'm not saying Wack100's a snitch that he's cooperating or that he's part of this case. Same goes for 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine's not cooperating against Durk. He's not part of the case, but the interview between Wack100 and 6ix9ine was brought up. The feds are planning to use it as evidence.
It feels like every time we turn around, the feds are pulling something from Wack's orbit to build a case. And they aren't even keeping it a secret anymore. They are going out of their way to put his name in all kinds of paperwork for the public to see. It almost seems like they're not trying to hide it anymore. Aside from that, the feds are officially claiming that they have a cooperating witness ready to take the stand under oath. Apparently, they are going to testify that Lil Durk actually watched that exact podcast video, got mad at the disrespect, and felt the pressure to retaliate. Just process that for a second. The government is literally arguing that an internet shouting match provoked a real-life, federal murder for hire plot.
Evidence of what, you might ask? They're saying that is evidence that this podcast where 6ix9ine was... All right, so...
All right, so they cut him off short there a little bit. But, I mean, to be fair, Munchie said shut up in the middle of it, but it is true that, like, Wack didn't, like, do anything to be included in this aside from just talking about him on a podcast.
Well, Adam might be right about that. This isn't the CS2 back situation. But what it is, it's the feds watching these guys and taking the stuff that they're saying and using it as evidence of something. If nothing else, that right there gives them the incentive to continue watching these guys. Period. Whatever they're doing, whatever they're saying on their podcast, the feds are watching it closely because it turns into evidence for them. That's what this is showing.
Why is 3 people headed to trial here in all their documents?
That is a great
Why
question.
is it 3 people
Because he
headed
talks
to trial?
about stuff on the internet.
So Sydney, shut the fuck
That's
up.
the actual answer. Because, like, obviously him talking on Clubhouse about the future thing.
It's not the nigga who put it out there that the CV say went over to the contract. I solicited him for a hot one that my brother killed it. Man, I know he not talking that. He passed the bottle with YG Killer. He can shut the you ain't that the pot person killer. He even put a told on the prostitution with a $25 $2,500 for the box. He just entitled to it.
That was just him talking on the internet. This was him talking about some shit that had nothing to do with him on the internet. And also, after watching that clip, Vlad was actually kind of like doing Dirk's dirty work. Like he was kind of like acting as if nothing was wrong, while 6ix9ine basically like pleaded for Dirk and called him to go slap
It's
her
called
mom.
playing good cop, bad cop.
Okay, so
Sure, but as far as what Wack said, if anything, he was kind of defending Dirk.
All these niggas holler at these white folks. And the white folks take the conversation.
I think that Wack is such a part of his nature to be a loudmouth, and that he rats without even thinking about it. It's like instinctual. Let me ask you a question. So if I got shot, right? Mm-hmm. I got shot, and then me and you are arguing one day, and you say, "Lush, I know who the shot you. I just talked to the dude the other day. I just talked to the dude that shot you the other day." Is that not dry snitching?
I don't really.
I'm not an dry snitching. You just see the benefits of society. What are you going to do with the information? Why are you trying to give you that information? Who let you white boys have too much to say in the conversation? Y'all not teaching. So y'all learning and following and doing this shit with the outside. The raised. You get 40 of the street. Yes.
I think it's dry snitching if you don't put a name on it. I actually did that exact thing when I was beefing with King Yella at one point, and I was lying. I didn't actually know who shot him. I just said it. I've done that to a few people actually, where I like acted like I knew more than I actually knew about their, somebody hurting them. So it's a fun technique.
Same shit peanut butter duck do. Talking about who killed who. It's crazy. What you think Big Spur ain't deal for? Just stupid. Do that for bitches, man.
So it's moist snitching. Like what are we calling that? Do you guys consider that?
It's not snitching. Come up with a new terminology.
No, it's not snitching to say I know who committed this crime. It's snitching to say the name of the person.
But then what if the police come and start asking questions as a result of you saying that on a podcast?
Hey, hold on, Adam.
Which
I don't think
happens
you
all the
said
time.
that when
as long as you don't answer the police.
The bottle to this nigga.
Right, and I don't think this is about the Dirk trial. The feds want to introduce an interview on DJ.
These guys.
That he rats without even thinking about it. It's like instinctual. Let me ask you a question. So if I got shot, right? Mm-hmm. I got shot, and then me and you were arguing one day, and you say, "Lush, I know who the shot you. I just talked to the dude the other day. I just talked to the dude that shot you the other day." Is that not dry snitching?
I don't really think it's dry snitching if you don't put a name on it. I actually did that exact thing when I was beefing with King Yella at one point, and I was lying. I didn't actually know who shot him. I just said it. I've done that to a few people actually, where I like acted like I knew more than I.
Information. Adam point two be on this motherfucking line. Not hard to believe. When this is his partner. This is his. They think it's me.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
What the? I don't be lying.
Actually knew about their, somebody hurting them. So it's a fun technique.
So it's moist snitching. Like what are we calling that? Do you guys consider that?
It's not
gotta come up
snitching.
with a new terminology.
No, it's not snitching to say I know who committed this crime. It's snitching to say the name of the person.
But then what if the police come and start asking questions as a result of you saying that on a podcast?
Hey, hold on, Adam.
Which
I don't think
happens
you
all the
said
time
that
to this guy.
as long as
He knows something about that. He started feeling nervous. When I say pass the bottle, because let's just say it, you're here talking so much that the feds gonna come and ask you questions. He's insinuating you snitching. Like, dude, gotta speak up because basically that applies to him for sure.
you don't answer the police.
The bottle to this nigga.
Right, and I don't think that's snitching,
No,
except that you made it specific enough that reasonably you could then conclude that the
y'all
cops
assume it's specific.
I don't consider that snitching, except
Enough.
Well, if you're saying that you're doing it on like a very consistent basis, it's easy for people to imagine like, oh,
But he said
all we have to
specifically
do
he
is
talked to
pay
the nigga that
attention.
shot me.
All we
Boom.
have to do is pay attention to the people that Munchie drinks with every weekend, and eventually we'll figure it out.
Nigga 2 months ago.
Right? No, and I mean that was obviously.
what does it have to do with what you said? Look, he just told you what you said, and you went on to say how consistent it is. You said too much. He talked about what a whole nother nigga said. Knowing he said he talked too much. After he told the world, he reports gang violence to the app, to the police.
He's probably trolling or he's probably just talking. But I'm just saying that, like, I don't think it's snitching for you to say that, but I also don't think it's snitching for Wack to talk about 6ix9ine on a podcast, especially after watching that where he didn't.
But why is he
say
popping
anything.
up in everybody paperwork?
And that is the entire point right there. It would be one thing if this was just a one-off situation. If the feds just used this one podcast clip because they claim Dirk watched it and it made him mad. Okay, fine. But you shouldn't be popping up in everybody's paperwork. You shouldn't be making cameos in different federal indictments listed under all these different titles. You have one video being used as evidence over here. You have another case over there where you're being labeled as a co-conspirator, a witness, and a victim. All in the exact same paperwork. And then, on top of all of that, you have the CS2 back paperwork allegations floating around out there right now. I mean, come on, man. At a certain point, it is way too much to just be a coincidence.
Shouldn't
we already answered that.
Shouldn't something tell a person like, let me kick back?
I don't think, not based on what we have now.
All right, okay. Or y'all, they be with this overacting. Overact is going to strengthen the case, bro, whether it's a charge or not.
Get you some money, you're gonna feel different.
Straight up.
You might even, all that other advice I could have gave you, this is the short version. You know, get you a couple dollars, man, you're gonna feel different.
Wasn't that personal? Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe, stay tuned, all that.